a pleasure to be here with each and every one of you and my colleagues, Leah, Zion, Annie, and of course, my dear friend, Eric. Good morning to each and every one of you. I hope that you all had a beautiful weekend. And with me, you are going to find relationship building. That is what I do. I think literally God put me on this earth to help people build relationships because I actually struggled in those areas. And I have had the opportunity to not only team build in such a beautiful way, but it also changed my heart a lot as well. So if you have questions about relationships, you're not quite sure how to connect, how to team build, reach out to me. I have a great technique that I use to share love and to spread kindness and appreciation to not only my teams, but my colleagues, my friends, the people that I'm doing life with. So I love these topics, each and every one of these, but this one is so special because when you're talking about team building, there are so many levels to team building, right? You're going to define your goals and your structure within your team. Who in the world are you looking for that is going to be an extension of who you are? Are they going to hold the same values? Are they going to hold the same morals? Are they going to be like-minded? Believe it or not, those things are important because anyone who's going to be on my team, oh, we are leading with love. We are leading with love. It is going to be centered around faith and love and appreciation and kindness because that's the only way I know how to do life. We are not doing drama. We are not doing he said, she said stuff. We are doing life in a much different way. And that leads into the same thing, recruit the right talent, right? We want the people that we are connecting with, the people that are an extension of who we are. They're going to be the right people to deliver the message. You know that the team that you have no doubt that these people are going to be incredible. They are going to follow your lead, and they're also going to be leaders themselves. We're going to leverage technology. I mean, technology is how we move forward in the world. Believe it or not, I'm still a paper and pen girl, but I use technology like I use both. Um, I use both for whatever it is that I'm team building. I have a list of all of my teams and the people that I have to follow up and reach out with, and maybe some of my team members that I have not seen in a while, or maybe they're taking a small break or what have you. But you know what? Meeting people where they are is the key to those relationships. There's going to be people that need a break. There's going to be people that they are not going to be at the speed like we are. And that is okay too, because in life, no matter what you're doing, we want to meet people where they are in life. That will ensure that those people understand your heart and they will say, wow, Amberly has been there for me when I went through this treatment or when my family was going through this hardship. I'm telling you, you have to meet people where they are. It's really, really important. It's important to have clear communication about what you're looking for as far as team members. That is crucial. You're going to provide logistical support. How can you support them in their everyday ventures? Are they following up properly? Are they reaching out to people on a daily, monthly basis? It's important that they have a routine. Eh, Believe it or not, we all need a routine. I mean, if you don't have the routine, then you're not going to be doing all the stuff and things. And that's how we improve and grow and stretch and pull these well, I'm reading the birthday. Pull these happy birthday, Zion. How we pull these amazing talents out of ourselves is through routine and doing the things every single day, right? And lastly, just a few more tips and tricks. We are collaborating, we are pulling together in one unit, we are adapting to challenges because I will tell you, we are the example. We are the example that people are watching. And it's not only your team and your colleagues, it is your family, it is your kids, it is your grandkids. There are so many people that are watching what we're doing because they are looking for people who are of positive, beautiful influence, who are going to just believe in them. There are so many people that have confidence issues and they just need someone there to help guide them. And then once they grow and they get stronger and more confident in who they are, wow, I mean, the sky's the limit for what they could possibly do. So I encourage each and every one of you to open up your hearts and really think about the people that you are doing close life with, your team members, the people that you are choosing to be a part of your journey, and make sure that you are leading with love, you are meeting them where they are, and you are going through the steps to ensure that you are showing up in the best way for them so your team can explode with not only business but changing the lives of so many others. And it is just such an honor to share these tips and tricks with you all. I thank you guys so much. Please reach out to me. I would love to talk about ways to stay close and touch points throughout the year through my cards. It's that time of year, guys. Let's be thankful. Let's be joyful. Let's spread love into this beautiful world. Okay. Back to you, Eric. Thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. That was an incredible TED Talk right there. And sorry for distracting you with the birthday stuff. Yeah, yeah.
I just have so much to say on these topics. They're just so beautiful for everyone. And Zion, you know, you're my heart. So a special, special birthday to you, buddy.
Yes, yes. Happy birthday, Zion. I would sing to you, but I don't have a great voice. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. We appreciate you. We appreciate you being a part of our family here. And by the way, he posted on LinkedIn that it's his birthday. So I predict that he's going to break you know how they say break the internet? He's going to break LinkedIn because Zion, I mean, if he doesn't have a million, look, let's make sure he gets 1,000,000 likes and breaks LinkedIn. 1,000,000 likes and hearts and everything. All right. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Our next speaker, we're going to go from Maryland and we're going to go all the way to Europe. All right. We're going to go to Europe and we are going to hear from my good friend who is, let me, yeah, I'm confusing myself. I'm distracting myself with that stuff. All right. So we're going to go to my good friend. Now, he is another expert in building teams. Because when I first met him and he was teaching me this whole LinkedIn stuff, right? He had a team helping me out. He actually had a team, right? So I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. He has a team, right? So he is very definitely qualified to talk about this. He is known for making you famous. All right. He made me famous on LinkedIn. He's known for making you famous. He's a marketing genius. Without further ado, my good friend, Eni Asong, the floor is yours.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Oh goodness, I'm not somewhere else on my settings today. Now, happy birthday, Mrs. Zion. Happy birthday indeed. Nice to get another year younger, right? Look, Eric, you're far too kind. Do I talk about teams? Yes. I tell you why. I'm a psychologist, business psychologist by trade, by education. So I've done the teams education forever. That's why I learned at uni, degree, and masters. Here's the quirk, my friends. Here's the quirk. Making teams work is the hardest part of business. Sorry to tell you the reality, right? I've had many teams, Eric. I build them, I pay them, and then I tend to sack them because, no, seriously, I've done this 10 times over, right? I'm not going to lie to you. So this topic really is so important to me. But why do I build a team? Because you will need a team, right? We can't do everything by ourselves. We need ideas. We need people who are going to, do things with enthusiasm every day. even when we're not there, even when we're not in the mood to give everything we've got. If we've got a team, then some other people will, right? I mean, the key word in your description, Eric, is high performing for me. We'll want a team that truly goes all out for our mission, for our values, as Leah said. I think, and my values are quite simple: serve my customers better than anyone else, do what I would do better than I would. That's a remit, and that's a very high ceiling for any human to do for your business. Let me tell you, it's not easy at all. So what have I learned? I'll share with you a few things I've learned. But the same thing is, it's years of learning if you want to go that way. Okay, so the first thing I've learned is this. If your team members don't have the right mindset, one person in the team that doesn't have the right mindset will drag the whole team down. That's why I sacked them, Eric. Literally, when I see there's a rotten apple in there, I tend to say, okay, if you can't work it out, you'll have to go. I'm sorry about that. And there's you're mad. I'm not mad. No, really not. And I think you need everyone to be singing the same song, everyone to be on the same page, everyone to be working together. So when they do that, your business transforms. Everything flows, right? Everything flows. Everything is easier. The results are guaranteed. But when you have one person who is not pulling their weight, when you have three people not pulling their weight, your team is shot today. You're done. Get rid of them. I do. Right? Now, so next thing I'll say is you need to trust your team. I struggle with this. I'll be honest with you. You need to be able to delegate tasks to your team to do and say, right, I'm not going to do it myself. It's much like having a dog. That's just what I learned when I was younger. Why have a dog and bark yourself? That's crazy, right? You got team members, they're there to perform, give them a chance to do the job, trust them to do the job. If they don't, it's only if they won't do it that you can begin to have a problem. But essentially, trust them to deliver, and the good ones will. Of course, if you build the right things into your team, then you have more chance of them. Do people become good team members? Yes. Do we create good processes for teams to work? Yes. A good team member can be ruined by your system. Now, Amberly mentioned communication. How do your team members talk to each other? And that is so important. But we must build that in. You see, the mistake many people make is to have those dreadful team meetings. Damn, I hate them. They never help me. Team meetings, hour after hour. You're meeting to discuss what you're going to do, and then you meet to discuss what you didn't do, and what you said you're going to do, and you're going to do it again. Have another meeting to talk about what you didn't do, to make sure you do what you didn't. It's so weird, right? It's odd. Look, in my business, my team meetings are 15 minutes. 15 minutes every time, right? And in my team meetings, I'm very clear. It's not about you talking. It's not about, I don't want to know your problems. I don't care to know anyone's problems, right? Don't bring your problems. If you have problems, talk to each other and solve your problems. Team meeting is purely about my mission statement. So we'll go over that again and again. That way they understand why we're here. They understand that the customer is our priority. They understand what to expect from each other. Teamwork, collaboration, ideas, and hard work. If you have a problem, talk to each other, right? Don't save it for team meeting day. That's weird, right? Isn't that a bit strange? Let's come and talk about it in public. No, don't do that. Find a way to talk. I guess literally in bite size. We don't need long essays. We don't need a long email. Just say what the problem is. Say why is the problem, how it affects you, how it affects us, and then let's fix it. That communication thing is such an important one. Of course, and I think every team will say, no, it's not they will say, because I've learned that. I mentioned earlier, if the team doesn't gel together as humans, we're lost. You must get your team to be friends. I'll leave it on this point. A team of friends work better together than a team of people who feel like strangers. If you can find a way to get your team to talk informally amongst themselves, they'll be happier and you'll be happier too. Let me leave it there, Eric.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Annie. We appreciate you. We hope you jump back in. Hey, this is live TV, folks, right? I don't know what's going to happen here. This is live, right? This is live. All right, so I can't even rehearse this stuff. I just show up and it happens. All right, so first of all, let me take this minute to welcome everybody. Leslie Flowers, welcome. Laverne, good to see you. Coral, welcome. The most consistent person that jumps on our call. We appreciate you, Coral. Let's see. Vivian, good to see you. Welcome. Akinle, welcome. Sean, welcome. Let's see. Madeline, welcome. Good to see you. Miriam, welcome. Carlene, good to see you, Carlene. Welcome. Brahima, welcome. Welcome to our show, Paulette. Welcome, Savannah. Good to see you. Let's see. Ifeyinwa, good to see you. And Amaka, the newest doctor. Welcome. All right, appreciate everybody coming in. If you haven't put a comment in there, put your comment in there and I will shout you out, and put your questions. I already see some. I'm excited that we're going to answer your questions. And let me just share some points that I have here, and then we'll get to my good friend Zion. All right. So when we talk about teams, right, for me, I couldn't even do my business without a team. I could, like I was saying earlier, I do a video. I have someone that edits the video. I have someone that puts the video up. Right? Like all those things I don't know how to do, right? So when you have a team, they complete you. Right? I wrote a book. The only thing I did was put the words together. I didn't format the book. I didn't do the cover, right? That's not something I know how to do, right? Like all those things somebody else did, right? So you want to have a team to help you get to where you want to go much faster. All right. So let's just let me go through 5 points real quick about building a high performance team. Number one, set clear goals. I think Amberly said that, and maybe somebody else. You have to set clear goals so they actually know what the goal is. Like Annie said, repeat it over and over. What are our goals? Where do we want to go? Because if you don't do that, people will get distracted and they'll be all over the place. Right? And it won't be productive, right? I believe in productivity. So set clear goals, number one. Number two, and this is unique to me, I don't know if everybody does this, get to know them on a personal level. Get to know them, right? Where are they from? Are they married? Do they have children, right? Get to know them on a personal level. When you get to know people on a personal level, there's more open communication. They trust you. They can tell you, what they really think about what's going on. They can give you real feedback, right? So get to know the people in your team. Be a leader, not a boss. Be a leader, not a boss, right? Nobody wants a boss. Like I can't think of any boss that I liked, right? Now, the people that I liked are the people that I got to know. And I don't even think of them as bosses. I think of them as friends, right? So you want to, get to know people on a personal level. That's number two. Number three is promote collaboration. You want them to be able to work together, right? Oh my goodness, you build so much faster when you can collaborate. So some of you know I run this thing called studiospeaking.com, right? Where people come on my stage and they speak about, what they're knowledgeable about, and they help people. They're able to get on this big stage with the big Zooms and everything. Did you know that one of the criteria for me to actually allow them to speak on my stage is I have to see that they would be a good fit, right? Because I've met people before that didn't qualify to speak. Why? Because maybe they were too arrogant. I specifically remember one lady saying, well, I don't know if your speakers will be on my level. And I said, oh yeah, you're not a good fit for this. She said, no, I'm a good fit. I'm just saying that I don't think they'll be on my level. I said, no, you're not a good fit. Because I don't want someone at the dinner table, because we go out to dinner thinking she's better than everybody, right? All right. And another guy I interviewed, he was just so negative. Well, Eric, I did one of these before, it didn't work out. And I heard about somebody that did something like that and it didn't work. And I heard that. And he said, well, I'll go ahead and try this out. I said, you're not a good fit. He said, no, I'm a good fit. I'm just going to try it out. No, You're not a good fit. Why? Because I don't want the negative people. Like I forgot who said it, but it's like a cancer within the group, right? I don't want that, right? Everybody, the people that are coming on are all collaborating now. Every day I see it online, and it just it does my heart good. I see all these people collaborating, and I put them together, and they're collaborating. It's exciting. I see it almost every day, right? So that's the thing. So you want to collaborate. It gets you farther and further. So that's 3. Number 4, this is huge. Write this down, put a star on it, circle it, bold it. You must give recognition on a regular basis. Recognize your team for what they're doing. Oh my goodness. Look, I give out awards. I don't even know anybody that gives out awards more than me. I'm not trying to brag, but I give out a lot of awards. If you speak on my stage, you get an award. I ordered the award specifically. It's beautiful. It's heavy. It's a world-class award. And everybody that speaks on my stage is recognized, right? The people that work with me in my business, they all get awards. My promote your business media group, every year I give out awards, right? We did an event a few months ago. I give out these crystals, right? People want to be recognized for what they're doing, right? Some people can't stand their job, but they'll show up at your event, or they'll show up at you because you recognize them. Babies cry for it and men die for it. Recognition is important. Recognize the people on your team. And Any probably recognizes people. If he doesn't fire them, you either recognize or fired. Well, so Any, recognize them before you fire them, okay? Let them feel a little happy. All right, so that's number 4. And then number 5 is building teams provides opportunities for growth, right? I won't mention any names, but there are people that I've met that came to one of my events and they were so shy, they didn't say a word. And then I gave them a little bit of responsibility, and then they started leading the call. And then I give them a bigger responsibility. I had an event in DC a few months ago, and I had some of them speak on stage, and they were our speakers. They went from being shy and not showing their face on camera on a Zoom to standing on a stage in DC talking to a large group of people, right? And the reason I do that is because I want to give you more opportunities for growth. Because a lot of times they don't do that at the job. They just say, "Oh yeah, she can't do it. She's shy." I don't look at it that way. I see greatness within everybody. Right. So those are my 5 tips. Appreciate all of you listening attentively. And now we're gonna get to our next speaker. He hails from Nigeria. He is world renowned for being positive, right? Mr. Positive Energy. Today is his birthday, so we're gonna give him an extra round of applause. Today is his birthday. We're gonna break the internet. 1 million likes and hearts. Right? Look for Zion and Negro online. All right. So without further ado, Zion, the floor is yours.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Eric. I'm blown away. I'm excited, filled with so much gratitude. It's been an amazing day for me. And thank you so much, Leah, Ambali, and Mr. Eni, for sharing with us those deep nugget and wisdom. I tell you, if you are listening to us right now, I'm sure you are writing down, and don't just write, be able to go back to what you have written, because what you are sharing here, it's so powerful. It has transformed our lives, and we're sure and we know it will transform your life too. And I'm excited to be here today, being my birthday. I like, oh, I'm not missing this for anything. To celebrate with the team and be on stage just to inspire people on my birthday. It's amazing. And I think in the comment section we have Dr. Amaka in the building. Today is also our birthday. And we are both celebrating our birthdays today. Dr. Amaka, a big shout out to you. Today's topic, it's a very important one because, like Mr. Eni has said, everyone, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, no matter how successful you want to be or you are currently, you will need a team. A team, it's very, very important. We cannot overemphasize the power of a team. It's so much I've been shared. I'm just going to go straight to the few points I have when it comes to building a high-flying teams. The first thing I will say is lead by example. Lead by example. It's very important. You as a leader, don't just tell them do X, Y, Z. be the example they follow to do what they need to do. You cannot expect an high performing team when you are not high performing yourself. It cannot go. So you have to be high performing yourself, then your team can be also high performing. I'll just give a short story. I was working as a manager of a restaurant, and before 6 a.m., I'm already on the ground at the restaurant. And I come before most of the workers. Now, because they saw me coming much more earlier, they too, they had to be coming much more earlier because they don't want me to be at work before them. And it just happened, it affected the old staffs that I was working with. Imagine I was coming late. People can stroll in anytime they like. Now they know that, they will be accountable to me for the time they come in. So that's why it's important as a leader. You are leading a team. You want your team to be high performing. You yourself have to be an high performing leader. You cannot tell them to do this when you yourself are not doing it. When they see you do it, they just follow your lead and they get things done the way you want things to be done. My second point, an high performing team must be an high learning team. For any team to be high performing, your team should be ready to learn. So you should be high on learning. Learning should be a priority. Learning should be very, very important because for everything you do, things changes every day. We're in an era where what you know yesterday, there's a new thing today. So the ability for your team to position yourself to learn with the current trend, with the current moving of the economy of your business, it's very, very important. So for you to build an high performing team, you need to have a high learning team. You must be willing to learn. You must upskill. You must get better. The same way you were yesterday shouldn't be the same person you are today. Create seminars, train them, because for your team to perform to your taste, they have to know to the taste you want them to give you. For your team to execute the job the way you want them to execute the job, they have to know to the level of execution. If they don't know, they cannot execute. If they don't know, they cannot perform. So training your team, enlightening them, keeping them abreast, allowing them to go with the current trend, it's very, very important. So your team must be a high learning team for your team to be a high performing team. I love it when Mr. Eric spoke about recognition and reward. It's very, very important. By God's grace, I've worked in several teams and I can see the power of recognition. People want to be in a place where they feel valued. People want to feel in a place where they feel appreciated. People want to be in a place where they feel seen, where they feel heard. The reason why most people are frustrated with their work right now is because they're in a place where their work, their effort is not being appreciated. It's not being seen. It's not being recognized. And I tell you, no matter how passionate you are, it can only take a while before you get discouraged. So as a leader, do well to encourage your team, celebrate them. And not just outside work as well. It must not just be everything about work. Their birthdays, their wedding anniversaries, days that are important in their life. Get to know these things. And I also love the fact that Mr. Eric spoke about knowing them on a personal level. When you know your team on a personal level, these important days in their life, you get to know it. And then take out time to celebrate them. Imagine your worker waking up in the morning and the cake is at the doorstep waiting for him or her from you. They feel so special. They feel so much appreciated. And the fourth point is results. If a team is working and working, there is no result, they will get discouraged. I've been in a team where all we did was meetings after meetings. So when Mr. Eni was speaking, I was just laughing because I've been there before. Meeting after meeting after meeting, months gone by, nothing was really happening. At the beginning, we were passionate to attend the meeting because we truly want to make an impact. But then same routine again and again. It seems like the plan we had, nothing happened. We are planning again, to replan again, to do another meeting of replanning. It got so frustrating. So when there's no achievement, when goals are not being achieved, your team can be discouraged. So for you to build a high-performing team, be intentional and make achieving goals a priority, because it has the way of building momentum. It has the way of sparking the fire within the team. And lastly, I will end with this because it's very important to me. I'm on a mission to spread positivity to every corner of the earth. Positivity is not negotiable for me. It's a must-have for everything. So when building a team, make sure you foster a culture of positivity. A positive team is a motivated team. A positive team is a creative team. A positive team is a resilient team. A positive team is a team that is supportive. When you build a culture of positivity in your team, I tell you, no matter the challenges, no matter the obstacles you tend to face as a team, because of the right mindset of positivity, you will blaze the trail. Every obstacle becomes a learning ground. Every challenges becomes a learning curve. You see them as an opportunity for the team to grow and for the team to get better. So you must make sure that a positive culture is very, very important. That's why I always say, when you are positive, you are possible. And in positivity, there is endless possibilities for you. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. We appreciate you for joining us. I pass the mic back to you, Mr. Eric.
All right, all right. That was incredible. Thank you so much, John. We really appreciate it. We appreciate your words of wisdom. All right, so we're going to get to the questions. Zan talked about recognizing people, recognizing them for their birthdays and everything. You know, my last event, actually 2 events ago, one of my speakers, Sylvia Crawley-Spahn, some of you know her, former WNBA player, her birthday was the day after our event. And when I first talked to her, she said, I don't know if I can come to the event because my birthday is the day after and I'll be traveling out. I said, that's why you should come. That's perfect. You'll speak to this audience right before your birthday. You can promote everything. She said, okay. So, hey, I don't know how I did it, but she ended up speaking on our stage. And then guess what we did? I bought her this beautiful cake with shaped like a basketball, right? And we all sang for her. She couldn't believe it. She's like, I thought this was business and you're doing something personal. That's how I am. Now her and I are going to be doing business together. We have get a big business project we're going to be working on, right? So just, treat people like family, basically. Just, be like family. Everything doesn't have to be so rigid for business. You know what I mean? Just be friendly. All right. So let's keep going. Let's talk about, let's go. Let's see. There's so many new people. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. Welcome to Alicia. Welcome. Ijoma, welcome. Good to see you. William, good to see you. Don, welcome. And some more. If I don't get to you, sorry. we have so many people. All right. So let's go to the question. I know Laverne had a question. Let's go to Laverne's question, and then we'll get to Carl's question. Let's see. Laverne. Okay. This is a good problem when you have too many people up here. All right. I don't even see it anymore. I know that. Oh no, that's not. Go ahead.
She asked, what can you do to make sure everyone's voice is heard?
Yes.
That's what she had asked.
Okay, so that's another one. Okay, yeah. So that's the question, folks. I'll look for it here. But yeah, what can we do to make sure everyone's voice is heard? Go ahead, Amberly.
So this one's my jam because I am all about making people feel seen, heard, valued, understood, and appreciated. And I believe in my heart is you really have to be intentional with and present in your conversations with people. I don't care what's going on, drown out the noise and be focused on that person, because if they do not feel like you are present and they are being seen, I'm telling you that relationship is going to suffer. People really want to do relationships with people that make them feel understood and seen. Really being present in the conversation, making sure that you are checking in on them, making sure that they feel as though they have support. That is going to help you within those relationships. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you. Zion, go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much, Laverne, for that powerful question. I'll take the last 3 words that say voice is heard. Now, for your voice to be heard, there has to be communication. And that's why for me, for any team, I always make sure that the communication line is open. People are in a team where communication is not being encouraged. And when you don't communicate, you cannot be able to say what you need to say. And if you cannot say what you want to say, people cannot hear you. So in anything, for your voice to be heard, encourage open communication. Because when you begin to communicate, you can be able to voice out the thing that you like or you don't like. And by voicing out what is in your heart, people can get to understand you better. So to ensure that everyone is being heard, foster a workplace where communication is a norm. So nobody is being shut up. Remind everybody that what they have to say is valuable. What they have to say is important. So say it the way you want to say it. You must not say it the way other person is saying it. Saying it from your own place. And when we foster this, I tell you, everyone's voice will be heard. So that's my contribution on that. Thank you so much. I yield the mic.
Awesome, awesome. Before I get to Leah, Zan, can you just tell us how we can reach you, how people can get to wish you happy birthday, and then find out more about what you do?
Yes, for anyone who wants to reach me, I'm always live and direct on LinkedIn. Zion Inaugural, the only Zion Inaugural you can find in there with Mr. Positive Energy. So reach out to me on LinkedIn. Let's have a communication and embrace positivity together.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. All right, Leah, go ahead.
Yeah, use their words. And I say know their love language, right? How do they communicate? So the love language is quality time, physical touch, words of affirmations, gifts, and acts of service. How do they communicate? How do they feel loved and appreciated? Hand it back to you, Mr. Eric.
All right, thank you so much. Amberly, did you put your hand up?
No.
No, okay. Annie, go ahead.
I think for me, to make sure I understand what someone's saying is simply ask more questions. When someone says something, probe it. Because sometimes, look, teams do say, team members do say things that are not appropriate or right for the team, right? So rather than people going away thinking no one cares what I have to say, encourage everyone to speak, has been said already. But when someone says something or has an idea or makes a point, probe it. Where are you coming from? What do you mean? How can we implement that? What's the downsides? So say, ask more questions. That would have they have to talk more, but also we understand more about what they're actually what they're thinking, and what they're actually trying to say.
Very good, very good. Thank you. How can we reach you, Annie?
LinkedIn is my home, so I put my LinkedIn profile address in the comments. Connect with me. So let's have a conversation, my friends.
All right. All right. So we're going to go to our next question. By the way, folks, anybody want to reach me, just go to LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of those. But LinkedIn is the fastest way. Okay. Eric F. King. Eric King, you'll find a million Eric Kings. Okay. That's a little exaggeration, but but Eric F. King, you find one in the world. All right, so that's it. And then if you're interested in learning more about speaking on my stage, we have a few more spots for our February event. Just connect with GoStudioSpeaking.com. I'll call if you can help me put it in there. StudioSpeaking.com. Click on that, get information, and book a call. If you're serious, you want to book it right away, don't wait because I'm going to fill it up for February. And then if you want my ebook, 100 Ways to Generate Leads and Sales, you'll see that in the chat as well. 100 Ways to Generate Leads and Sales. All right, so let's go to our next question. What qualities should a leader have to inspire and guide a high-performance team? Qualities, folks. Leah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think the first thing I look for is, are they coachable? Are they teachable? Are they somebody that says, I already know that, already heard that, I've said that before. Well, how do you know that you know something? It's because you do it, right? Not because you heard it, because you do it. So that's what I look for, somebody that is willing to learn. Hand it back to you, Eric.
Awesome. Thank you. Zion.
All right. So I will share two qualities a leader should have. A leader should be that person who treats people as people, not as a thing. I've been in a team where leaders treat people, use them, and dispose them off. For me, the most important asset in any organization, in any team, is the people. And treating them as people, value them, is one quality a leader should have. Treating people as people. And secondly, a leader must be positive. It's a game changer for anything. If there's anything you need to have as a leader, embrace positivity. And I tell you, when you build your team on positivity, you are building your team for possibilities. So thank you so much. I yield the mic back.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Amberly.
Yeah, I love this question so much. So for me, it's going to be someone who is authentic and someone who leads with love. And honestly, I'm going to do my research. I'm going to look up social media. I want to see what you're like when no one's watching. I want to see what you're like when you have people watching. I want to see both of those sides because that is a true indication of whether or not someone is authentic or not. And we want to lead in the most authentic way. And you guys can reach me on all the socials, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, all the things. Just come find me. I would love to hang out, spend some time with you. Back to you, Eric. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Annie, go ahead.
So I think a leader that's like you said earlier, one that leads, not rather than being a boss, is very important. A leader must be willing to roll the sleeves up and do whatever you're asking other people to do for you. That's a huge one for me. I guess a good leader also has some awareness of how to build a team, how to make a team work. We can't manage people and hope to just get it right by guessing. Last I'll say is, I think a good leader is focused on the mission. There's a goal, there's a reason we're here, and they're very clear what that reason is. They're also very clear how we as an organization want you to be. A leader brings direction. They're the ones who lead the team, right?
All right. All right. Appreciate that. Leah, we haven't heard from you in terms of how we can reach you.
Yeah, I'm on all the socials. LinkedIn is my home, and you can also download my free ebook at leahgarcia.io, and I put it in the comments. Thank you so much, Eric.
All right. You're welcome. All right. Paulette says, why is it important for your team to have the same vision as the leader? That's the question. Go ahead, Annie. So now we have like 9 minutes, so everybody could be real short. Annie, then Zion.
I'll keep it very short. Look, if there's no vision of what we're trying to achieve, why we exist, how are we going to go there? When you're trying to go to somewhere, like get in your car to drive somewhere, and there's no address to go to, you need clarity, direction, a destination. So the way we do things around here is probably what the good teams really have, right? We're just doing things. We're here for a reason as a team.
Awesome. Thank you. Zion, go ahead.
All right, great question. When everybody in a team has the same vision, they go with the same momentum. That's why they say teamwork makes dream work. The only way teamwork can make dream work if the team understand the vision. So it's important that everyone is carried along, everyone is in alignment, everyone is in accord, and that's the only way we can be able to achieve the dream. So it's very important, and the reason why, because it cannot be overemphasized. So keeping the team vision aligned can help you achieve that goal you want to achieve. So thank you.
Awesome. Leah, go ahead.
Yeah, I always say begin with the end in mind. So, and you know what the Bible says, without the vision, my people perish. If we don't have a vision, we're going to be wandering around in the desert for 40,000 years. We have to know where we're going. Otherwise, we're in a car with no steering wheel. And please download my free ebook, The Wall of Wealth, What Your Financial Guru Didn't Tell You. And I'll hand it back to you, Mr. Eric.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Amberly, go ahead.
So if everyone is not on the same page, then just like Leah said, we don't know what we're doing. So it's truly important for everyone to have similar goals. They don't all have to be the same goals, but similar morals, values, and vision. And it's so important because, believe it or not, one person can really disrupt the team, the vision, the uh, the the environment, the health of the team. So be really intentional with your vision, who is behind your vision, and how you're going to lead that into the world. Back to you, Eric.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Did everybody go? Okay. Are there any other questions? I hope I didn't miss any. I don't see what are the best practices. Okay. I think I got all the questions. Okay. All right. Well, if there's any in our last few minutes, if there's any other comments that any of you like to share, this is a good time. We can go with Leah.
Yeah, I would say also talk to your team about how they show up when you come together. In karate, we bow at the door, and people think it's for respect, and it definitely is. But my first instructor told me that we leave our troubles at the door. You know, give yourself an opportunity to leave those troubles aside. And when you come together, bring your best part. Like Mr. Zion always says, bring that positive part. Give yourself an opportunity to focus on the task at hand, and you'll have better outcomes. So back to you, Eric.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Again, welcome, Victoria. This is Alatis, a blessing, Miss Blessing. How's that? Miss Blessing, welcome. Kelly, welcome. A lot of people here. Victoria, good to see you. Awesome. Any other comments? We're gonna end soon. Adibai, welcome. Go ahead, Annie. Go ahead.
There's a lot to make this team thing work, but building on Leah's points just now, I think we get the team that we pay for. That's the truth, right? So I've learned that because I tend to want to employ starters, young people, and then teach them and train them. Okay, so but I've learned that everyone has a skill set already. It's how do we build on that skill set? How do I let you play to your strengths rather than trying to fit you into a round hole when you're a square peg? We need to understand that everyone's got a skill, and I must recruit your team based on the skills they have. Or at least the skills that you want them to develop by the time they finish. That's where I find that the key really lies. Everything else you teach on, you train and teach on top, just adds to that specialist skills that they have already.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. So I'm going to close with this. There's a young man who volunteered to work with me. This was years ago, and he worked with me on social media. He worked with me on marketing, all kinds of things, and it was volunteering. He wasn't getting paid, and he was part of my team, even part of the team that was getting paid. But he was just volunteering. So then, at the time when he had to stop and work full time, he told me, he said, Eric, the reason why I've been volunteering with you for the past 3 years is because you're the only person that makes me feel good about myself. He said, he said, my parents don't make me feel good. My family doesn't make me feel good. Even my friends make fun of me, but I showed up all the time because he was the most consistent, more consistent than people who are getting paid. It's because the way you make me feel. And he said, and it's because of that, I'm going to make people feel like that for the rest of my life. So, and that really touched me, right? Because I didn't pay him any money, right? But when it comes down to it, people will always remember how you make them feel, right? You have to make people feel good about working with you, about the mission, about working together. That's the bottom line. The bottom line. You can't be, someone talked about qualities of a leader. You can't be a great leader just because you're smart or just because you have a vision. No, it's how you're going to make people feel along the way. Don't put people down. You can give them constructive feedback, but don't put people down. I call it sandwiching. If you want to give someone constructive feedback, tell them something they're good at first. We appreciate you for this. You can work on this, but thank you for this. Sandwich the criticism, right? In between two things that make them feel good. So they don't leave dejected. They leave inspired. Right. So that's what I want to end with today. We're at the end of the close of the hour. We appreciate all of you being here as usual. Happy birthday, Zion. Happy birthday. Who else? Somebody else's birthday. Amaka, yes. Happy birthday to the doctor. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. If you're in the United States, enjoy your Thanksgiving. If you're not in the United States, you have something to be thankful for. So you know what? Have some chicken or something on Thursday for all of us. Let's all celebrate on Thursday, okay? Zion, kill one of those hens that we hear in the background and have some dinner with us. All right. Appreciate you guys. We will see you next week, same time, same place. We appreciate you. It has been a plum pleasing pleasure to be here with you this morning. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.